Justin was on the board at the time, I'm sure you weren't. I specifically remember the meeting. The 30 acres came up because it's less than an acre over the 30. I specifically remember that. We brought it to the attorney's attention at the time, not this attorney, a different attorney, and he said because a corner of that wasn't technically developed, that it fell under the 30-acre rule. We didn't think so, but I generally will bend to the attorney. They know it much better than we do. But yes, there was a general consensus of the board at the time, because of the proximity of a couple of parks that we do have there, that the money would be much better served, because the original plat of Hunter's Ridge gave us parkland before the Baileys got a hold of it and brought it back to us. There was a middle section that we didn't approve because it didn't meet the park space rule. But yes, I can definitely speak that in that particular location, and you're exactly right, that's why it's in there. But it would be the same as, you know, if the hill was developed, we wouldn't want park space there because it's so close to Lake Veneta and Dyer Park here. So proximity is definitely, of other available park spaces, is definitely an important piece in that equation. But as he says, our hands by the current ordinance are bound. So if somebody put something up right there, we would have to take park space in lieu of money, when money would better serve the city as opposed to park space in that space.
That's all I have, Mayor.
Well, along those same lines, I have received a few calls, from people who are concerned as to whether the sewer system can handle 108 homes. Basically, what people are saying is that the wastewater plant, which would be the southeast, where that would go, couldn't handle the load. We can handle the load. I also received a phone call from the state of Missouri where concerned people had contacted them, and they called me and was asking me questions about the same thing, as to whether or not the southeast plant could handle the load. And of course I told them, sure, that we can, but the problem is with the sanitary sewer overflows. What that's going to do is that's going to send 108 homes, more homes, down to the bottleneck where we've got problems now. In a wet time, what's going to happen is if the sewer system backs up now to a certain point, and you send another 108 homes that direction, the water's going to back up farther. So you're going to have more sanitary sewer overflow. When I spoke with the state, I told them that that's what I thought the concern was with the interested parties. And I told them, I said, well, if you look at the reports that we've sent to you, it addresses that. And so if this moves forward, when it moves forward and the plans are submitted, plans will have to go to DNR for them to say yes or no. Now, I'm not saying put the problem on DNR, but what I'm saying is just because this board would say okay does not mean that the state of Missouri is going to say okay, and there's nothing that we can do. It would end up another thing like the school going to the southwest. They'd say no, you're not going to do this, and so we would have to go along with that. But I don't know how they'll rule, and until the plans are submitted to them, I don't know. It's just up in the air.